that was kind of cool because I really don't think of myself in that way. But I guess it's true. I mean, I came today as someone who is, a healer, and I'm initiated within a spiritual lineage. And, through that, I offer that type of expansion and, anchoring in of the soul and the spirit to other people. And that's really what I was coming to talk about, the energy of the goddess and whatnot. And to remember that it's also the life that I'm living. And, to hear it back, how I've gotten to this place is really interesting. I mean, thank you, basically, is what I'm saying. So, something I've been exploring lately, and exploring goddess energy and the goddesses that we have to work with, is this concept of the hidden goddess. And as we're talking about the new matriarchy, and how women are, taking a different place in the world, I found that interesting to explore this concept of that the goddess has been hiding, because women have always been around, right, and accomplishing things and doing amazing things. So then I asked myself, where is she hiding? What's hiding, and who's hiding? And what I really came to as I looked at myself and looked at the people that I work with and just the people that I see, is that there's this essence of the goddess that's hiding within each of us, behind our traumas, behind our pains, behind our ambition, behind the things that women have had to go through and fight through to really get to where we are now, to be able to reinvent ourselves and do amazing things without, just the things that our mothers and grandmothers had to face. And this concept of how the goddess is hiding is even more interesting to me, because we still show up, we go to work and we have companies and we have relationships and all these things, but if there's something hiding, what is it and what are we really missing? And what I found was that the essence of the goddess, the essence of spirit, and the essence of our soul is what's missing when we hide behind things that hurt and the struggle. And I'll use ambition again because, for women, there's this way of pushing and being, somewhat of the masculine force of wanting to get things done. When there's also a way of really embodying energy and embodying your spirit so that we can flow. And I think sometimes flow is overused, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit, but there's just a way of sinking in with your soul and connecting with spirit so that your mind, body, heart, soul, and spirit are all working as one. And so then we're moving forward and sinking in versus just pushing and going with, this is what I want to make, so I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to be, really fiery, which nothing is wrong with it. It's about balance, right? Because even the masculine element, the masculine principle, men have the energy of femininity, and God is flowing. So, I like how Chris said he's a male feminist, because, everything is about balance. But we can't really get to the balance if we're not full up with our truth and that real essence. And so this is way off course of what I wrote on this paper, although it's basically the principle of the hidden goddess. So to get back onto a little bit, I'll say that in coming forward and sinking in, what I think that we're doing is healing generational wounds. And it's the things that our ancestors knew, and our mothers knew, and our grandmothers knew, that they talked about in closed circles. And they whispered out about in their prayers, what they really wanted and couldn't really make happen, and what they really wanted for us and for future generations. And so in healing those wounds and in, all of the territory, the traveling through generations and continents that this energy, this goddess energy has gone through to get here with us right now, there has to be a lot of healing and a lot of reevaluating the way that we are and the way that we think and do things and the way that we show up. So that in all these amazing things that we're creating and all these things that we're doing, we're really bringing an essence of soul, because that's the difference. That's what people feel. And it's why we can have hundreds of things that are all the same, but there's one that stands out. And that really comes from being able to heal our hearts. Because it's the wounded heart where the goddess is hiding. And it's through our hearts that she will really express herself. So, if you're here, you definitely feel the call, and you're answering it in some way. So I say to you, stay strong with your struggle, keep expanding, and seek the healing that you need, and want. Because feeling whole and living wholeheartedly feels really good. And it makes even the struggle, it makes even things that we go through better, easier, more worth it, and it makes life more purposeful, I think. So, the last point that I really like to make is, it's really easy to get depleted, right? Like, when we're pushing and pushing and we have so many things to do that we want to accomplish, we take ourselves for granted. And self-care is of the utmost. Because when you are caring for yourself, it's almost like your energy relaxes so that you can flow more freely. And what we really don't want, I believe, is to get to that place where we're confused and we're tired and we're so exhausted and depleted that then we can also become disillusioned. Because then we go backwards and we're like, oh, I'm so tired, I can't handle it, you know. And then the goddess herself, who's trying to express through all of us, is almost back to square one. And then we have to start over in some other way. Because I think that, you know, historically, women have stepped forward like one by one and fought for something and accomplished something. But what I really see is that all women are ready to step forward. And all femininity is ready to be embraced by men and women, and that's why everyone's struggling. Because it's not natural for men necessarily. Just as much as almost not natural for women, because we have so much, you know, that we're trying to figure out in terms of how we are women. So take care of yourself and be gentle with yourself. And remember that in all of the great work that you have to do and all of the great work that we are doing, that you're important too. And so is your sister and the woman next to you. And everyone needs support and understanding. Like, you know, she was saying, it's not an easy path, you know, things are gonna happen, we're all figuring it out. And being able to reinvent yourself as a person, as a woman, as a business owner, will be, it's almost like you're a representation of the goddess because she's reinventing herself too. And she's coming through and coming forth again and again and again in different ways. And so remembering that you are important, not only for yourself and for the world, but for this energy as well. Because she needs you. The God element needs you. And the world needs you. So thank you for listening. And thank you.